Thank you for tuning in to Not Just Girl Talk with Tiffany and Ashanti. Make sure you got a beverage in your hand. Sit back, relax, and engage with us. Okay, what's up, Tiff? How you doing, girl?
Hey, girl, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm chilling. What's been going on with you?
Nothing. I am your host, Tiffany.
And I am your host, Ashanti, and welcome to Not Just Girl Talk. We're on episode 12. So thank y'all for tuning in to us on today. And we want y'all to reach out to us via our contact information. Tiffany, let them know where they can reach out to us at.
Yes, we can be reached on IG at notjustgirl_talk at IG notjustgirl_talk. Make sure you guys follow, comment, and like us on IG. Also, we have Facebook, Not Just Girl Talk podcast, or Not Just Girl Talk with Tiffany and Ashanti, excuse me. Facebook, Not Just Girl Talk with Tiffany and Ashanti. And of course, on YouTube, Not Just Girl Talk podcast. On our YouTube channel, make sure you guys are subscribing, hitting the little bell, and getting all of the notifications on our YouTube channel, so that you know every time we drop an episode. And then in the Twitter universe, Not Just Girl T. At
Yes,
Not
make
Just
sure
Girl T.
y'all. Yeah, reach out to us, engage with us. That's what we're here for. We are new to the platform, so we definitely want to welcome you all into our world. Thank y'all for tuning in. For those who have been tuning in to us, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend to subscribe to our show. You hear me?
Yes.
All right, we're going into our beverage of the day as always. Make sure you got something in your hand while you're listening to Not Just Girl Talk. Today actually is National Tea Day. Yeah, so make sure you get you some tea, whether it be hot, cold, whatever your tea of choice is. So I am currently drinking on my famous green tea out of my great mug of choice. So I do have green tea on deck, as I've been doing for the last couple of shows. I think the last two shows I've kind of been drinking tea.
Yeah,
So yeah,
you're gonna have to put your tumbler for some merch when we get to selling merchandise.
I know this is also. I'm telling you, this what's up. What you drinking?
Yeah, I am drinking, since it's National Tea Day on June 10th. I got me a little hot tea, and it's kind of gloomy here, raining. Not too hot, but it's raining, and it's supposed to rain the next like 10 days, something like that.
Whoa. Well, we got the sun shining over here. Thank you, Lord, because we have been in nothing but we've been in a lot of rain. For Memorial Day weekend, we had it rained the whole weekend. Like, but Memorial Day, the sun came out, but that weekend, rain. Oh, y'all rain for 10 days. Ugh.
Yeah, it's supposed to be now. I mean, the weather can change, but right now, as it looks, we're gonna be maybe flying in a little rain. So we'll see.
I hate flying in the rain, but I like flying at night. You like to fly in the day or I love a night flight.
I just am ready to. I don't like long flights. I will say that I'm a little bit more anxious.
What's
I don't
long?
mind flying. Long is like more than 4 hours.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I wanted to go to Hawaii. I was like, well, vacation. Let's do Hawaii. Because it's in the United States. I'm like, let's do Hawaii, girl. That's a day almost. I like, I don't see me being in the friendly skies. That I mean, I could do it if I had to, but it'll be probably with
No,
some
you can
drinks.
do it. If they doing drinks, because they said Southwest had cut out their liquor service. I think somebody got crunk on the flight or something. Something happened. I don't know if it was because of a passenger or what.
Girl, that wasn't Spirit. Them Spirit Airlines, girl. Yeah.
Well, it'd be crunk on them Spirit lines, but I don't know. Something happened with Southwest.
I still like me some Southwest. So I may, if I can't get a drink, I'll be okay. But Spirit, I just recently saw they got in a full fight in air on Spirit.
Oh, that's normal behavior. That's normal behavior on that airline. It's normal. I flew Spirit one time. I said never again. It was hot. I was thirsty. They was like, you gotta pay for your drinks and snacks. I was like, let me just get to my spot. Somebody was in my seat, and then they was acting like they weren't in my seat, and I'm like, why are y'all assigning seats? Like, it really don't even matter where you supposed to be sitting, because then I gotta make you move to climb in. Oh my god, that was a rant. But yeah, if you do fly, you're not getting no liquor.
Good
So,
spirit.
mm. For the week, let's jump into the week. So, I'm sure you got an interesting week. What you were doing for your week?
Of course, my week has been great. Our kids, we left them home Memorial Day weekend, so we returned that Tuesday. So we have been kid free and dating. um, we
Mhm.
went to Friday. We went to on the square, and I know that sounds crazy because Murfreesboro is kind of small, but it really they had live music. It was so many people out there, live music on the square, and we ate dinner on the square and just listened to music a little bit. And yesterday, we went to the comedy club, Zany's. So yeah, so we hadn't been like it was weird, and all the comedians on there. I guess I think Chris Reed from SNL or Saturday Night Live was there, but
Okay.
all the comedians before him and even him, it's so good or weird to see people in public with no mask on, because you got to eat and drink, and at this point, I mean, if you vaccinated, I'm thinking but yeah, it was nice. We had a good time. So
How y'all feel dating? With the kids. Was did it feel strange? Did it feel like, oh, we need it?
yeah, but I find myself like we went to Zane, we was paying for parking or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, and I think somebody else was, and they were saying how weird it is, to be going out actually and stuff like that. Because like we hadn't been out in so long. And they was like, same here. And I'm like, yeah. And I found myself talking about my kids. I was like, yeah, my kids are,
Mm.
with my mother-in-law, or, and it wasn't intentional, but they still come in the conversation. It's like, just have a good time, girl.
Oh, okay.
How old are your babies? 6 and 3.
Oh, and now y'all on a
Yeah,
tangent talking
yeah.
about kids.
So, but we had a good time. We did. So, what
Oh.
you do this weekend, girl?
I relaxed. I was on recovery for my birthday weekend. I am of a certain age, which is 37, and your body
Tell the
don't
truth,
bounce
shame the
back.
devil.
The body don't bounce back like it used to. I hung out all weekend. I didn't really do a lot of turn up, but getting up early,
Yeah, I was
hanging
gonna say
out,
getting up is
and
work.
then maneuvering through the day still, and events and going here and there, and it was like back to back days of hanging out. So then I went back to work like Wednesday. So I went back to work Wednesday, and going back to work, I was like, okay, I'm back at work, but whew, when you've been at work for like 5 days, the struggle is
Ah,
real to kind of get back in and working, and shoot, you be forgetting stuff. I'm like,
yeah,
did I forget the password? Like, what happened? I had checked
yeah.
out so hard, just coming back in, just getting back into momentum. So, yeah, I chilled out for the week pretty much, trying to get my recovery on.
That's absolutely true, girl. I had to go to work just for a little bit because I started summer school Monday, and we went to kind of get briefed specifically, and plan a little bit for
Hmm.
next week. And girl, I was like, "What's my password?" I left my whole work computer at home, so I'm using a student computer, and I'm like,
Oh,
"What's my password?" Like we had to fill out our, I guess, timesheet, if you will, because we get paid for any time we're there. And so I'm like, "What's my employee ID number again?" I like
you all the
the
way on
basic
break.
stuff.
You all the way
I'm
on
like, and
break.
I gotta be back in teaching mode Monday. I'm like, this is not good. Not good. I checked out.
Yeah, I feel when you check out, you be checked out. Like when I go on break from work, I'm on break. I ain't thinking
Hmm.
about nothing. Baby, please. Time
Good.
to when you come back, it's the struggle.
I
But
know.
I'm gonna be
It
alert
is.
next week. I'm gonna be extra alert. Not
Okay.
that I wasn't alert, if it's not this.
Yes. She's always doing an excellent job. Give me all of my
Processing
mortgage
the
needs.
thing. Own it.
Girl.
All right, y'all. We moving into our next segment called "Sip on It," or you gonna speak on it. What we got, Tiff? What we got for the segment?
Girl. So, Bill Cosby, he's in jail. They don't put that old man in jail for sexual assault and, and sometimes I do feel sorry because he's so old and feeble. But,
Not
if
feeble.
he's guilty, he's guilty. So he's got to do his time. So I think they gave him like 3 to 10 years. And I think 3 years or something, he's eligible for parole in 3 years or something like that. And so they were like, you just have to, you can get parole. You just have to do a sexual program, a sexual predator program or something after release. And he refused it. Bill Cosby said he gonna stay in jail. He'll do his 10 years because he's not admitting guilt.
Mm.
No, Bill, it's just never mind. That's just probably off subject. But I don't know if his wife's still with him, so maybe that's why he likes you.
She been with him this whole time. I think she was serving his
I
heel.
don't know. She started checking out, Sean. I feel like when that
You think
court,
so?
I think she was kind of like this man. Um,
So you think she
I'm
not?
just saying she probably living her best life, and he already know. He's like, "Look, I'm
Oh.
comfortable here." He said he already had said he liked jail. I don't know what kind of jail he's
What?
in. He
He
was
in
like,
the
I like
privilege
it. I don't
jail.
mind. I know it gotta be. I bet he
He
got
can't be with the commoners.
TVs. No, he can't. Not Bill Cosby. Mm-mm.
Who
So
he in
he's
jail
like,
with? Where he like it?
probably
See,
the
that's
same place
crazy.
Martha Stewart. Probably the same place Martha Stewart was.
They got a celebrity jailhouse. Let us know. Do y'all know about this? I didn't know there was. No, I saw Ti in jail. So my baby they concerned.
No.
Yeah. I did see Ti. I did when I took Fat
Yeah.
to see his dad. That was a point in time in life, and we was in there, and I was like, "Dang, they look like Ti." I kept looking like, but he had hair, and
He's
I
growing a
kept
little hair now.
he
Like you see him
no,
on
but
IG.
when I saw him in there, he had like a little like a fro, and I was like, I kept looking because his demeanor was the same, and I'm like looking, dude, in there was like, "That's him." I'm like,
Oh,
"Okay, you saw me right?" Because
did
I'm
you
sure like, is
speak?
this?
Did
I
you
did,
speak?
girl, you know me. I spoke. I was like, "Hey, Ti, how you doing?" He was like, "What's up?" He shook Fat Daddy hand. What's up, little man? He sure did. I was like, "Oh, I done seen Ti in jail." So like,
Look,
so
we just gonna. Oh gosh. I like Ti, so I'm gonna stop it there. I hope he
okay, so it
just
can't
be
be a jail
praying.
for the celebrities because I saw him in there with my baby dad.
Well, they do people certain ways, though. I'm just saying
Different
certain
money.
ways.
It's a
Cause
different tier. Of,
yeah, no, but I think Ti got money, but I think he a rapper. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a persona. They not gonna get privileges, and I don't think he will want it. They probably mess up his
mm-hmm.
credibility.
You're right. He probably like, man,
But Bill
you right.
Cosby was for everybody's household. Bill
Mm-hmm.
Cosby was in everybody's household, wholesome, two-parent household, doctor and lawyer. Like that was the American dream. So yeah. So
And
everybody,
then the
black, white.
lies behind it on him.
Yeah, I know.
See that facade? But you see, you see the facade though. Boom. And then the reality. That's what happens. Don't everything that look good ain't good. Remember that, people.
I'm
Everything
sipping.
look good ain't good. You sipping, okay. Well, we kind of spoke a little bit. Oh,
That's a
so
kick.
our next we got another topic.
Tiffany Haddish.
Yeah. Who's she
Yeah.
supposed to play? Flojo?
Yeah, FloJo, the Olympic track and field star. Her name's Florence Griffith
Right.
Joyner, but they call her FloJo. And I do remember her from we talk about Black history and things
Yeah.
like that. I know she was famous for being an Olympian, and she was track and field. But they're about to make a biopic about her. But I did a little research too, because we always got to do our little research. And she died at 38.
Whoa.
Yeah, she died young. And they said she was,
Oh.
always into fashion and, so, but I remember the name. So when I saw
Yeah.
that, I'm like, crap, like she died at 38 from a seizure in her sleep. So that's I hope
Wow.
Tiffany Haddish. I think she's gonna do it justice, and she's also the producer on it as well as FloJo's husband. So he can help make sure that it's gonna come off correct. So
So you
and
think it's Tiffany Haddish is gonna do well?
I think
Sometimes she overdoes it. Like I'm just not a. I like her, but I'm not a fan. Let's say that. Sometimes it's just too much. I think it's just a little too. Now, just a little too ghetto. Just be, girl, it just be too much sometimes, and it's just not funny. Sometimes it's too much to it that it's not funny to me, and that might just be me. But
I've
in
heard
this
people say
movie,
that, but I think because this is a more serious. Well, she was in Madam C.J. Walker too, but I think she probably was a
yeah,
little.
she was the daughter. She was her
Yeah,
daughter in that. She
she
did
was.
good.
She
I liked her in that, but I guess I couldn't get past the comedy. You know how
Yeah,
sometimes what is it, cast a type or typecast?
yeah,
I can't remember what it is in theater. Oh
yeah.
God, or TV
Typecast. You're right.
typecast. So
Typecast.
um, I just see her in the comedic roles, and when she does play
Yeah.
something serious, I just can't
Yeah. Well, I hope she does good.
pull her from it.
I think because her husband is involved and she's already like they were saying she's training already and all of this, so she is in seems to be getting enrolled in the role. So hopefully, um, I think because her husband's involved, he's probably if he don't agree with it, like no, this ain't a good representation. He ain't gonna put that out. And then
Okay,
I like her because her what she's been through.
I do like her success story. I do like her
Yeah,
journey. I
I do.
definitely am
So
inspired by
I
her journey.
respect it, and I loved her in Girls Trip. Girl, she was funny
Yeah, she was good in Girls Trip because
because it was a
who was
comedy.
that friend? It was comedy, and I don't know who she would be in our group. I don't know.
Uh,
I
I don't know. I would be Girls Trip. You might be. Would you be? Who would you be, Sean? I would like to feel like I would. Nah.
I'm a little Tiffany, a little bit. When she was like, "We finna get him. He at the table.
Oh
I'm going
yeah.
in."
And
Yeah,
I'm right there with you.
yeah, you're
I'm
there.
probably like
You're Jada.
Queen or
You're Jada.
yeah.
You're Jada. I don't want to
No,
do this. I have to go home. I don't want to. No,
no.
let's go.
But
Get
you
out
know
here.
what? But you know what? When she went to that table, Queen looked say, but right just as hood, like
Yeah.
so.
What's up?
I think that's a little bit of me, but I'm reserved when necessary.
Oh,
Oh
let me
gosh,
Tiffany.
but yeah, y'all gonna stop.
Let me too.
Y'all gonna fall up off
So,
me.
oh my goodness. Let us know if y'all have any comments on that. I speak on it or sip on the segment.
Who y'all in Girls Trip? Who would y'all be in Girls Trip?
Oh,
I love that movie, but
I know who name your group. Like who would you be?
oh,
Because it could be a
okay.
combination too, like those combination personalities.
Mm,
Hmm.
didn't think of that.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. Now our topic. We got
this is
some
our
good
lane.
topics.
A little bit. It's
Yeah.
our lane. A little bit. Oh,
So,
girl.
what we want to? Let me see. What I want to go on first. Okay.
Confronting our spouses in public.
Confronting or changing. Confronting. Okay. So, would you or do you confront your spouse in public? Is it okay? Have you ever confronted your spouse?
Well, this is
Would you?
absolutely easy. No.
You know.
Like it's not much thought for me. And it's not
Okay.
necessarily something I was taught or it's just I've always, when I got married, I knew that our marriage stays in our home, our household.
Mm,
So if it's, and when you say confront, it sounds to me like you're disagreeing with something, right? So that's how I'm
right.
taking it. And I just think that even if I disagree with something, um, I'm gonna wait till we get in the car, maybe the sidewalk to the car, but I will give you that respect. But I'm not going to confront. If it's something that probably really upset me or something like, I, I may be like, I'm ready to go. Like we need to,
Ah,
like we need to go. Like,
okay.
because I know me, and now that it may be difficult, or my facials. That's what I can't control, right?
Yeah.
So I may not say anything. I'm not going to be confrontational, especially now, the older I've gotten and stuff. But no, if I have a problem, I will address my husband in the car or sidewalk.
Okay. I agree. I'm not I don't confront or bring up whatever's bothering me in that setting unless it deserves to be brought up in that setting. What I mean, if you're talking to a woman way too much, you got chitting chatting way too hard, I'm about to confront you right then and there. Let me tap you on your shoulder. You're doing too much and stop playing with me.
Mm-mm. I wouldn't
Yeah,
even do that.
I'm doing it. Oh, you're not about to disrespect me. You
Mm.
over here talking to somebody like you really talking like you chit chatting way too much. So let's say you go to a company gathering. Okay, you're at a company gathering. You're at his company gathering. Of course, he's introducing you to his coworkers. We all know things sometimes can escalate amongst coworkers. Not all the time, but they can. And not saying that this is the case, but you're at the company gathering. He's introducing you. You've met people, but you over here at you supposed got me a drink, and you chit chatting for about 20 minutes. My ice melted in my drink. You talking?
And
I'm
I
not coming to tap
still
you on your
get.
shoulder. What's up? You're doing too much, or you're constantly entertaining one particular person, or you're doing too much. Like there, sometimes people can do too much in the setting,
Yeah,
and if you're doing too much from a disrespectful way, like
or
oh, I'm definitely gonna.
embarrassing.
Yeah, you're embarrassing me.
Embarrassing.
That's what you're not about
Yeah.
to do. You're not about to embarrass me because you embarrass me. I'm gonna embarrass you where you at.
Mm, I so me, if in regards to if they're speaking to another woman or anything too long or things like that, I'm not tapping on your shoulder because one, I have the ring and I'm the wife. So will I address it? Yeah, but I'm not gonna give, use my words, that trick satisfaction. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't, I'm
That's
not
a
gonna let,
trick.
I'm not about to let any woman think that I'm bothered. She got under my skin because sometimes chicks, that's what they look for anyway. Like, oh yeah, she mad and
Oh, ain't got nothing to do with you. It's about the
and
respect.
even though you know, and
See, that's what
they
we
would know
different. I'm
my
like, bro,
level of disrespect when we get to
let me
that
let you know.
sidewalk. And then that may be a situation where I'm like, all right, I'm ready to go. Now I've never been in a situation where I've had to leave my spouse, but I would. If I'm mad enough, okay, let me get out this setting because I know where I'm about to go. And that's not
Mm.
what I want. But my facial
Y'all,
expressions, you can't change. That's
y'all
me.
say Tiffany's so responsible.
I,
I ain't about that life right there.
my facials though, my facials, it was something on IG or something like, how the F you gonna tell me to control, you tell me to control my mouth, but you tell me I control my facial expressions. No, that's too much.
Yeah,
Too much.
especially for you, it's too much.
It is.
I'm not a fan. My facial, I really have facial expressions. I'm over worder.
I look like what
Word.
I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and get it off my chest. I can't be holding stuff. Come on.
Mm.
Yeah, this see, this how she balanced me out, y'all. And then I got the pull out of her, and then she calms me down. Just a tug of war.
And
Because
I think
what we
also,
doing?
we've got to learn to. I think marriage has taught me to. Even if I want to confront and I'm pissed and stuff like that, if I'm too angry, I'm probably not going to talk to you either, because I know how
Mm,
that can go. So it's yeah.
okay, I see that. So let us know if y'all will confront your spouse or if you and hmm, submission.
Yeah.
So we were talking and trying to figure out being submissive, kind of what that means between the two of us. So like we just talked, like she more calm, I'm more assertively aggressive a little. just a
You
little
gave it a
bit.
word. Okay.
I did, just a little though. I've calmed down. But from my end on being submissive, so I grew up in a household where we definitely fix the men's plates. We bring them their plates. We bring them, the things that they need. We more catering, if you will, than submissive, because we are also I'm from a family full of women, so we all pretty much are dominant as well. We all have big personalities. We all are really independent, dominant women, and when being submissive, I think that from my upbringing, it was catering was kind of aligned with being submissive, but it's not in my perspective. So just because we're fixing plates, because we're giving you your, laying your clothes out, earning your stuff, like that's just kind of what we were brought up to do, and that's more so of a catering perspective than submissive. So what I have learned in submissive is, let me see, because I wrote it down, y'all, because I wanted to be on point with this one. More so, a collaboration of both of us in compromising. So one person is not bigger than the next, but our goal that we're trying to get to in the end is the big picture. So if we can come together and collaborate our thoughts and our opinions respectfully amongst each other for the bigger goal, I think that's a level of submission, because we both are able to put aside, well, I don't say put aside, come together to reach what, the common goal that we're aiming for. And for me, that's submission, not being one is bigger than the other. So that's kind of what I think.
Yeah, I saw them. They talked about this on the reel, and I was it was interesting. All it's four of
Mhm.
them on there, and I think Fancy from Jamie Foxx show. I
Mhm.
don't know how to say her name. That's why I said Fancy, her real name, because it's French. But and then Lonnie and
Mhm.
who else?
Jeannie.
Jeannie's the one that was different.
Oh,
Oh yeah. Adrian,
Adrian.
but yeah, her. Those three said that they ain't submitting to anybody, and it's shocking
Oh,
because Adrian
wow.
married. Like and I'm
Right.
not saying that this. So I don't have a word problem with the word submission, because to me, I don't think that it's somebody running me or anything like that. But I feel
Mhm.
like um, it's allowing my partner, my husband, to lead. So I feel like you shouldn't submit to anybody. I will say that they have to be worthy of my submission, or if you will, or being in line. And I think if someone is he's following God, and he's leading my household, I'm okay with submitting to him, because I know that the person that is for me is not gonna lead me astray, if you will, or do anything that I'm not in line with. Because, like you said, we are working towards the same goal. Um, so I
And I
don't
think
have a problem with it.
now submission also is. I think people have okay. So I was watching Anthony O'Neill and Stephen Speaks was on there, and he was saying people have a problem with the word submission because what are you submitting to? If the man has no goal and no vision and he
Yeah,
ain't got nowhere to go,
yeah,
but you talking about submit and you ain't got no
exactly.
goals, you have no. That's what I'm saying. It's a collection
Yeah,
of
yeah,
goals. We have to be working towards the same goal, and the same goal may not be the exact same specific thing, but the goal for our marriage is to grow. The goal for us, our union,
mhm,
is to move in an upward motion, like not just being stagnant.
right.
And if you are not goal oriented to say, hey, how are we moving? What are we doing different? How are we thriving? And you to myself, yes, submit. To
Yeah,
what? What you doing?
yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah, I think, and people, like you said, you grew up fixing plates and ironing
Hmm.
clothes. Like I do none of the above. I none of it. And I'm be honest. I mean, but that's me. I didn't grow up like that though. So I do think
Hmm.
that we take what we learned and we parent like we were. You start off parenting, I think, as you were parented. right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the same with marriage or relationships in general. We do what we see, and my mom, maybe every once in a while, like if it's a big family gathering, we just happen to go out of town. None of our family was in Memphis really, but my mom and dad, and maybe she'll fix a plate. But no, I don't. I don't mind fixing a plate. So let me say that. Do I mind? No, but I mean, if you right there, you know what I'm saying. It's like we will fix
Yeah.
each other plate. It's not. I'm not above fixing his plate and the kids plate. All of that, I don't care about it. It's just like where are we at? Were you in the kitchen right then, or who cooked even? Like
And
I
see
have.
for me, I'm like, don't fix the plate. Don't go in the kitchen. Like, I got
Yeah.
this.
No,
Have a
we
seat. I
both
got this.
cooking. We both cook. Now I cook majority. I will say I cook the most, but
Mhm.
he's not above. He'll cook. I fix plates, and just I think two working parents, and I just we do what's better for our household in that
Right.
moment. And so, and I've never ironed. I hate ironing clothes. I hate ironing my clothes. So that, but my husband is great at it. But we got this dryer that's wrinkle free or wrinkle away. Best thing
Mm.
ever. And
Oh Lord.
put it in the dryer. Yeah, but I'm not. No.
So do you think you change would change in that way if that's something that he would want? Or let's say he grew up like that. His
He.
mom, he okay. Oh, okay.
Sorry,
did
Miss
he try to
Thompson.
did
I'm
he
sorry.
try to change that at all?
No, no. The only thing that he may joke with me, and I'm hoping it's a joke. He said that he divorced me. So, but he'd be like, you gonna fix my plate? Like my mama fixed, like instead. I think he may like if we're at family gatherings,
Mm-hmm.
he may be like he see all of the other women and the
Mm-hmm.
older people they fix plates, and I ain't gonna say older people because everybody's different. Some people just believe it. I know friends, good friends that still they fix their husband's plate. Like you're one of them. I know a couple of other people like that's how they grew up, but I just didn't grow up like that. So it's not me being intentional, like, oh, this is important to you. No, he's not like, oh, this is really important to me. It's embarrassing when we go out and you ain't fixing the plate. No. What I do is make sure the kids are taken care of, probably, and then I fix my plate. Because I'm fixing two, three plates,
Yeah.
So, but I mean, have I fixed this plate in public before? Yeah, because that's what made sense. He may have been sitting down talking to something with the guys and like, oh,
Yeah.
that. So I'm
Y'all kind of just
above it.
whatever is in
Yeah,
that moment, what flows. It makes sense for you to fix the plate. It makes sense for
yeah.
him to do it. See, for me, it's automatic. Like my grandmother would be like, "Why is he in fixing his plate? Get out my kitchen. Like we bring y'all plates. Like yeah, that's what we do."
Oh,
Um. So another thing I wanted to know: do you think that you tried to change Ariane or enhance him in throughout the relationship? Would you say what type of person would you think you are in that aspect?
well, if I'm answering it, I think he would say maybe enhance each other. But I think we've changed. I think relationships in general, people in general, change, evolve anyway. So as a person,
Mhm.
you're always changing. In a relationship, you're both always changing and
Right.
evolving. So I can't say. I think he would think that we would probably think we've enhanced each other, made each other better, because that's how I look at when you're saying you're enhancing somebody, you're making them better, um,
Okay.
a better version of themselves. And
Right.
like we go back to goals, like we have common goals or the same main objective right now or
Okay.
consistently, and we evaluate that. So I think that if you he would say probably I when we first started dating, I've when you ask if you were to ask him why does he love me, and she makes me better, right? That's probably something he would
Oh,
say. But
People would say that.
I would say that I don't think I've changed him. I think we've changed each other. So I think it's a
Well, that's
compliment
good.
of each other.
Oh, oh, Tiff, that was so good.
It's hard to say. I don't think it's anything wrong with changing each other. I mean, women can change. I don't think a woman can change a man all the way, because if they, some things is just gonna be them,
Right.
you know.
Well,
What you think you
for
can change
me,
somebody?
whew, as I self-reflected, um, over my relationships, I have come to the conclusion that I am a fixer. And noticing that about myself, not that the person isn't, a good person within themselves, but I think I'm trying to enhance, but in reality, I'm trying to fix. So for me, let's say, example, church. Church is big for me. Go to church every Sunday, kids, like that's like a foundation for me. Well, um, that hasn't been anything that's been not like a foundation, but important to my spouse. So I would say, I'm trying to say, hey, go to church every Sunday. This is a thing. This is important to me. I need to, is this important to you? Is this something that you do? I'm trying to make this be important to you, rather it already being something that you deem as important. So I'm trying to fix it. I think going to church and hearing the word and being, is an enhancement to your life. Yeah, it is. But if that's not something that you normally just go to church,
Yeah.
you just have a church home like every Sunday. And I'm trying to say, no, this is what I want. You're going to go to church on Sunday. And then if you don't, I'm mad because you ain't taking it serious. You ain't getting up to go to church on Sunday. It's important to me. So.
And then it's not genuine, honestly.
It's not. So you're doing it because I want you to do it. And now I'm like, oh, I see you getting up for church. Oh, okay. I see. Okay. You're making moves to, this is important to me. But I'm trying to fix something that not that you don't deem it important, but it's not anything that you normally do. So I think that's something that I would say for me has to change, because even though I'm looking at it as an enhancing feature, you didn't come with it. And here I am trying to fix you to be something that you're not. So
Yeah. I
I
think
think
go ahead. Sorry.
I would say it's a slippery slope, because yes, a life enhancement, but I'm trying to fix you to do it.
Mm. Yeah, I was gonna say that just when you get in a relationship or serious enough that you want to do life or spend a lot of time with this person, I want to do, um, let them into my world.
Mhm.
Those are things I think we have to, as individuals or people, is this get to really know and ask the right questions. Like, what is a non-negotiable, if you will? What's that, Evelyn
Mhm.
from Best? Non-negotiables. You know what I mean? Like, no, if you like you said, if they that's not something they normally do, if they're showing you what they are, what they're capable of, a lot of times in the beginning. But now I'm not saying that it's right or wrong, but you have to also, as an individual yourself, can I deal with this? Is this something
Right.
I want to, or someone that I am willing to let go of that does, because everybody's going to do something to bother, irritate, or be annoying
Mhm.
to your significant other, and that, but is that something you are okay with, you can live with? I think that's
Right.
what we got to ask ourselves before we get serious. You got to, because it's not roses every day, like,
Right.
dang, why
And
you sniffing like that or something, you know what I'm saying? Something, whatever it may be, like,
right. I agree because I'm thinking that also we as women tend to, because the men say, "Oh, what do you like? What do you want?" And we give all of what we want. So then they try to portray all of what we said we wanted, and then that is not who
In
he
that
truly
courting
is.
phase, that courting is like,
Yeah,
oh,
and
right.
that's in the
Yeah.
court. So once you've laid out what you want, they've tried to do it all. But I think we have to sometimes withhold verbally what we want and see what we're getting.
Yeah, well, let them figure
Because
out what it is. Like getting to know you is part of saying, "Oh, I know, I'm getting to know this person. I know they
right.
like this," and it's their job to kind of figure out what. I mean, now if it's something you don't like, they may make some mistakes. Like, I don't like this, but we got to be honest too. Like, but I think
Hmm.
a guy needs to get to know what your interests are. That's part of courting and getting to know you or dating. I'm saying courting because I'm thinking of my grandmother, but.
Well, I mean, like I said, just you have to know what you're getting. Stop verbalizing everything because if we're saying we want, they're gonna give what we said we wanted. We have to step back and see what we're actually getting from this person to see if it aligns with what we truly want. Now, also being vocal, yes, definitely being vocal about your interests, being vocal about who you are, but those intimate details that you're looking for in a person that are naturally a part of their character, I think those are things that we have to stop verbalizing and kind of watch what their character shows. Um, and that will help us to know if we're going to help enhance their life or if we're going to be constantly trying to, I need to fix this, so I don't like that, and we got to fix this and then fix that. Because then you stressing yourself out trying to fix somebody and make somebody be with you what they not. And they mad and uncomfortable. You mad and uncomfortable. Now everybody heartbroken, people crying and mad, and we got an unnecessary phase of life that we didn't have to go through.
Right. And I don't think it change is a bad thing, but
Right.
you've got to want change too.
I
So in a
agree.
relationship, I
Mhm.
mean, change is not bad. It's okay if a woman changes a man and vice versa. I mean, hopefully it's for the better always. And it's okay to be enhanced or a better version of yourself because we're, like you said, we're constantly growing and hopefully trying to grow to higher heights. Um,
Yeah.
so. But you guys, we're gonna wrap this topic up. It was really good. Y'all reach out to us and let us know what you guys think about this conversation. We want you to join the conversation with us.
Yes. And where they can reach us at again, she's gonna tell y'all so y'all can reach out to us and comment.
Yes. So again, we can be found on IG at not just girl underscore talk. Again, that's IG at not just girl underscore talk. Make sure you guys follow us on IG and like and share. Also, we are available on Facebook at Not Just Girl Talk with Tiffany and Ashanti. Again, that's Facebook, Not Just Girl Talk with Tiffany and Ashanti. And then we are also on YouTube where we want you guys to hit the little bell and subscribe to not miss any notifications from Not Just Girl Talk. But we are available at Not Just Girl Talk Podcast on YouTube. Again, that's Not Just Girl Talk Podcast. And lastly, we are in the Twitter universe at Not Just Girl T. And we do have a TikTok account, but it's new. So
It's
you can
brand new. It's like baby new.
but like us on there as well. So like us on all of our platforms and check us out. But yeah.
And we have yes, check us out. And we do like to give you all something to feed your soul for the week. So we do have some soul food for you, just some inspiration to get you through the week.
All right. So our food for the soul or soul food. In order to love who you are, you cannot hate the experiences that shape you. So, in order to love who you are, you cannot hate the experiences that shape you. And that just definitely stood out because everything that we talked about changing
Mhm.
and enhancing each other, I just thought that quote should feed your soul this week. So,
Yes, I like that a lot. Definitely. Oh, I like that. That has definitely fed my soul. Just even now, I'm gonna definitely go back and just kind of keep that, looking at it and quoting it just for me, because those life experiences do shape who we are. And we wrapping this show up, y'all. So it's two things that we want you to always do when you're listening to Not Just Girl Talk. Number one is refill your cup.